Okay, we are live again, take two. I think I lost you last time. This is Alexander Mendeluk coming to you from Ibiza, Spain, and I'm honored to be sharing this time with you guys. It's a special night. Tonight is the new moon. This is the time where basically everything that we've been building, planting, manifesting is going to start coming to fruition, out of retrograde into expansion. So I'm stoked to be a part of this with you guys. They told me to just hang out here for a little bit before I kind of kick off my story and whatnot. So I'm going to do that before we get going. All right, cool. Hopefully this connection's going to hold up. So basically, yeah, I came out here to Spain recently, decided to see if I could actually run a business in another country and really shift gears and live that laptop entrepreneurial lifestyle while building a digital agency at the same time. And it's been pretty incredible thus far, and I'll share that experience with you. But maybe just a little bit about myself. So I started my career not even thinking that I was going to get into entrepreneurship at all. I thought that it was going to be a much different path. I went to film school, did the whole degree thing, and then I basically became an actor. And I got this incredible role as frat boy number 1 in Twilight. I was the dude who got kicked in the junk by Kristen Stewart right before Robert Pattinson came up and saved the day. And that was it, baby. That was my 15 minutes of fame. I was going to be a star. And so I moved down to Los Angeles to pursue the acting thing. And basically, after some time, a little bit of success, fell flat on my face, broke, depressed real quick. And during that time, I was making these furry hoods for friends and family, and decided to wear one out. Had little ears, sleeves, pockets. Eventually that became my company, Spirit Hoods, and I went out rocking these things, and all of a sudden people started noticing, and people were inviting me to their parties and wanted to know where I got them and where they could get one, and wanted to stop me and pet me and take pictures with me and all this type of stuff. And I thought, hey, there might be a business here, right? Now, mind you, I didn't have any business experience. I had no formal business education, and I wasn't in the financial place to make it happen, right? But that didn't really matter. And so it actually kind of helped me in a way, because I was able to come into an industry without any preconceived notions of how things should be. And so in the first year we launched, we did incredible. We did like $1 million in revenue. The second year, like 4.5, and we got on Shark Tank, and it was an incredible success. And there were definitely some ups and downs, but they told me to keep the story short. So now essentially, I got rid of the business. I sold the business last year, and now we run an influencer and brand development agency, all focusing on purpose. And so that is really what we focus on. So Twilight, baby. What communication skills did you learn from acting that you can apply to your entrepreneurship? Well, it's interesting. That is a great question, Ash. Thank you so much. So, I felt this push and pull at first because I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be in entertainment. I didn't understand how storytelling could really inform the brand strategy. And so, going to acting school and learning to be in front of the camera and all these types of things eventually has really ended up being one of the most powerful tools that I learned because of the content that we were creating. I was constantly creating content, kind of being the face of the brand, getting into digital marketing and the disruptive now, being able to shoot video and being able to clearly communicate what is an incredible skill to have, I think. And I always tell, in fact, a lot of the people we work with who have issues properly articulating, I tell them, go and take an acting class, because it's incredible for helping you develop those types of skills across the board. So you seem to be in mindfulness and spirituality. How do you apply that now to yourself and entrepreneurs you help? Well, that is a great question too. So, really you hear these terms like conscious business, purpose-driven business, social entrepreneurship. And I think they're all kind of stemming to the same place. But, what I really want to drive home is that in order to create a successful business in this day and age that truly impacts people and changes lives, you have to be driven by purpose. And what is purpose? I believe that the purpose of life is to live your purpose. And then when we are truly in line with that purpose, when we're connected with that truth, then we can actually stand a chance at influencing that change. We become inspired. We become alive. We are able to have the energy to push through the struggles, to push through the pains, to push through the ups and downs with entrepreneurship, because ultimately your purpose, if aligned properly, is always going to be connected to something greater than yourself. And, regardless of what you believe, I think that emotional intelligence and leadership now is going to be essential, because it's not just about getting money, cars, and hoes and buying, private jets and all this type of stuff. We have to define success differently, and we've been fed a preconceived notion of what success truly is. And the truth is, it's not making people happy. I know plenty of people who have become successful that have millions and even billions of dollars, and they're miserable. So why is that? So that's why I think that spirituality and purpose and emotional intelligence needs to be baked into the core of what we create. How do you handle high growth when you lack resources to sustain it? That's a really important question. We started Spirit Hoods, for example, with $9,000. We never took on investment. Even though we went on Shark Tank looking for it. That was a crazy experience. But essentially running a product-based business, we would take the money we had, we bought our inventory, and we went out and we just hustled. We marketed. And then we would go back and we would start seeing the money come in. We had a healthy return. We would take that money, we would put it back into the business, into more stock, to the point where we could begin to start scaling. As the revenue started pouring in, our issue was how to scale in the right directions. There's plenty of resources for headhunting and finding the right type of people, but we expanded so quick and we didn't have the experience to necessarily learn how to fill the positions properly. So we just started hiring. We started hiring our friends. We started hiring professionals. We started spending all this money, and in concept it was right, but it actually didn't work out. We had to end up scaling things back and then starting small. So I would suggest that the business is going to tell you what she needs, right? Or he needs. And it's up to you to really assess, like, when you spend those dollars, to make sure that there is going to be a direct return on essentially that investment. What self-branding advice do you have for people who want to scale their own brand reach on social media? Well, that's a loaded question, right? So, branding advice. Well, again, I think it comes down to understanding your own personal brand. So we do a lot of personal development work and leadership development work here at The Disruptive, right? Saying that before you even go out there, before you even start running with it, you really truly need to understand your vision, your mission, and your purpose. Your vision is your big vision. Where is it that you want to go in your life? What do you see? If you can wave the magic wand and have whatever it is that you'd like, what does that look like? You have to define that so you know where you're going, right? The mission is the vehicle, right? Essentially the vessel that's going to get you there. That's your business, the structure of it. And then the purpose, again, aligning with your truth, understanding why you're setting out on that journey. What is going to be the fuel, right? Purpose is that fuel. And so when it comes to personal branding, having that clearly mapped out is so clear, because you want to be able to articulate your message clearly. When it comes to actually marketing yourself, obviously content, everybody talks about that, but really making sure that you understand your audience, making sure that you understand their pain, and really making sure that your content isn't just being put out there for content's sake. Oh, people told me to post every day, so I'm just going to. Really making sure that you're creating curated content that are helping people get over the problems that they're trying to solve. Even if it's entertainment, they're trying to escape, right? So you're giving them a way to become entertained, or you're teaching them how to grow a business. So you're really laying out the steps and the things that they need to know to get over those things. So it's about focusing on value into your community first. The second you make it about you, people smell that, and you become, kind of like a a lot of the rest of the people out there who are just kind of saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. I think it's, when building a personal brand, you should be focusing on your community first, and that's the main thing. How is being a digital influencer different now than the past years? Different metrics, type of content, etc. You know, we work with influencers, right? And essentially being an influencer just simply means that you have influence. So whether or not you've got 1 million followers or you have 1,000, there's a few different metrics that you want to look at. Obviously, you know, engagement is one of the most important things. I think in the past it was all about how many likes you had and how many follows you had, and then people quickly realized that that doesn't mean shit, right? Like, I don't care if you have 100 million followers. If people aren't engaging with you and they couldn't care less about you, then what does it matter? I think the key here when looking at you know, content, but most importantly looking at influence, is really looking at the concept of community. And there's a difference between community and a following. Just because you post a picture of your abs and your ass and your tits and you get 1,000 likes doesn't mean that you have community. That means that you have a following. And community is built off of shared values and beliefs. It's built off of quality experiences that you create through content, right? Whether it's on a grassroots or on a digital level. And then it's all about building trust. Brands or digital influencers or whoever you want to call them that are able to build and steward trust are the ones that are going to win. Because, like we say, community is your new currency. And the more value you put into that community, the more you're going to be able to take out of it. It's just as simple as that. Beautiful. So, how are some entrepreneurs you are inspired by? Who are some entrepreneurs you are inspired by, and why? That's a good question. I want to not say the obvious because it sounds so cliche. I'm inspired by individuals, let's just say, that in the midst of fear, in the midst of pursuing vision that might be seen as completely impossible, have the ability to not fight their fear, not conquer their fear, but be able to move through that fear, who have a steadfast belief in their vision, even when those around them doubt, who have the ability and the emotional intelligence, going back to that choose to create products and businesses and experiences for people that actually genuinely help evolve our species and help evolve our planet and help evolve the ideas and help evolve structures that can truly influence positive change. Those are the people I'm inspired by. I'm a social media influencer looking to gain real followers. Do you have any tips on growth in digital marketing? Boom! I love this. This is the best part, right? So, we basically, like I said, influencer development agency. We work with influencers on a personal level, helping them tap into their person, right, their purpose, and then create their brand around that. And whether you're a brand or you're an influencer as a brand, one of the quickest things that you can do is just simply leveraging the power of other people's communities. So ask yourself, what other influencers or influential brands or people who are out there that I can partner with? Can you do a giveaway with them? Can you do a contest with them? This is some of the fastest and easiest ways to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Run a contest or a giveaway with a like-minded individual that couples well within your marketplace, and figure out what type of value you both can give to that individual's community. And then what you do is you simply just say, hey, I'm going to be giving away X, Y, and Z. Come over here, sign up below to enter, and make sure to follow me for a chance to win. And that's a very general way of putting it, but basically, if you use influencer marketing and have a shotgun approach where you have influencers from 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, all the way up to 1 million, and you have essentially collaborations and paid promotions or exchanges where they're promoting your brand all within the same market at the same time, people are going to start noticing you and start seeing you, right? And then obviously start coming and following you. And this is how you can explode your following. You can explode your email list. You can explode your sales if it's done right. And so I would definitely look to other people's communities and partner with them. What else we got going on here? Favorite type of meditation you do daily? This is a beautiful one. Okay, so it's basically is 7 blessings. So in the morning, every single day, without fail, and I can feel the difference when I do fail to do this. But for the most part, without fail, I'll get up in the morning and I have a ritual. And even everybody in the business, in the disruptive, we say you cannot start your day until you've completed your morning ritual. That can be unique to you. It can be whatever it is, but for me, this is how I do it. So I get up and I just stretch a little bit, make sure I drink a lot of water, and I sit down and I focus on these 7 things. So the first one is for gratitude. Being in a state of gratitude immediately shifts your mindset, but also releases dopamine and endorphins into your body. And it's been scientifically proven that it can essentially elevate joy, greater senses of well-being, and also kill stress, right? So you start with gratitude and going through every single thing that you're grateful for, but not just thinking it, like actually feeling it on a deep personal level so that you become that feeling versus just a thought that you're putting out there. This immediately puts you into the right frame of mind. And make sure that you do not check your emails, your phone, or social media, or anything before you do this, because it literally hops you out into a different frequency. Gratitude. The next one is on total receptivity. To receive essentially all of the information and the intuition from the greater consciousness that is going to be necessary for me executing my true mission. So truly meditating on receiving that information. The second one is for clarity. And I'm doing these hand movements because these are actually the hand movements that you use. The second is for clarity. To be able to ask for clarity and to be able to view a situation objectively, not based upon your own subjective programming, the way that people have raised us, our parents, or this and that. And if you notice, we easily get sucked into people's drama and the world's drama when we are coming from a subjective place. How many people here have projected certain things onto situations that just ended up not being true? I've done that, you know, and so the meditation on clarity really helps you view life from an objective standpoint, so you can truly execute in high stress situations like entrepreneurship with clarity and focus, and not get wrapped up into the minutia of it all and fall trapped to the ego. The second meditation in the whole meditation is no worry. You put your hands down like this. So really meditating on no worry of mind, body, and spirit, right? In the mental, the physical, and the spiritual world. This is the state that yogis achieve when they're on the mountain oming or whatever. But once you're here with no mind and you're able to truly find this peace, really meditate on being balanced, being centered, peaceful, and harmonious, you can feel a deep calm and still that comes from here. This actually has the ability for cellular regeneration. It allows your energy levels to create, to raise, and it gives you a calmness and a clarity and a focus in your day that's just unparalleled. It's amazing. Now, once you've achieved that, you want to go and put that out there into the world, right? And so the next one is for total receptivity. We put our arms up into the sky like this to call in all of the people, the living things that are meant to help serve us on our path. Whether that's in your business, whatever it is that you're doing, may those opportunities come. Visualize those things. This gets into the power of visualization and the law of attraction, right? That the vibration you put out there is a resonance that will attract a like vibration. So this is your time to do that and really just visualize and feel, you know, all of the opportunities that are coming to you. The next one is for wealth and prosperity consciousness. That as my wealth and prosperity consciousness, that my mind is actually healthy and wealthy. As that elevates, so does my wealth and prosperity. And as my wealth and prosperity continues to grow, so does my wealth and prosperity consciousness. So the two are like magnets, like combustion engines that begin pushing essentially your wealth manifestation up, but noting that the amount that you are able to manifest in the physical is directly tied to the wealth of your mind, right? And then the last one is essentially here in this pose, and that's really focusing on the on the power of your mission, your purpose, that you continue to receive the answers and the guidance for where you're going to go. Not that those answers are just simply going to be given to you and that the opportunities are going to be given to you, but that you're given the direction with clarity and that you're going to do the heavy lifting and essentially move through that path, essentially clear the forest, clear the trail so that you can enact on that. So that's the meditation that I use. All right, what else we got here? We keep hearing about lifestyle entrepreneur, those who travel and work from anywhere. Pros and cons. Oh my God. Well, I'm dealing with this right now. So, well, obviously, you know, the allure is like live anywhere you want and, you know, make all this money while you sleep and all this. But what they don't tell you, okay, is that to get to that point is really fucking difficult. That you really have to put in the work. It's not like you can just like launch a product anymore and then all of a sudden you kick back and you're making millions. You know, you still got to really build your brand. You still really got to put in the work. And if you're lucky enough to be able to do that in a digital way, you don't need to be tied to an office or 9 to 5. I mean, my office is this, right? It's the laptop, and that's it. And but that doesn't mean that I'm not putting in the hours. You know, now the luxury of it is that I get to make my own hours. I get to live the life that I want to live the way I want to live it. Issues that you can run into, right, are staying self-motivated. If you have ridiculous motivation, then you're good to go. But also, since moving here to Spain, I moved to Ibiza. I wish I could show you. The sun has set right now, but I'm overlooking the bay here with a castle in the background. Maybe you can see the lights. Can I flip this? Yeah, there's the castle out there. There's Marina. But essentially, like infrastructure, just getting a reliable internet connection has proven to be like the most difficult thing on this island. And so right now, I moved to a new house. The internet wasn't hooked up, and now I'm having to rent a hotel room in order to have a solid internet connection just to be able to speak to you right now. It's things like this that we take for granted, being back at home, where you have an infrastructure, you have a flow of life that's already kind of laid out for you, or that you've established, that you don't realize when you go abroad or you go and live in another country, that those things are not often as easy to come by as we are used to, especially living in the States. So it's tit for tat. Tristan in the house, what's up? Thanks. You like my man bun? Appreciate that. I did that for you. Spiritual books. So Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now was a major book that I read back in the day. I've been reading a lot of Dolores Cannon and recently just started studying quantum healing hypnosis therapy. If you really want to go out there, guys, go check out her work. You know, the classics, Think and Grow Rich, that was Napoleon Hill. That was an incredible mindset shift for me. You know, he pioneered this whole concept of visualization and manifestation, and then, you know, The Secret came along and packaged it in this new fancy thing, and now it's become kind of a standard. But there's so many good, I think, scripts out there. You know, going back to some of the ancient texts in India. I'm not going to try and pronounce them right now and just butcher the whole thing, but there's a ton out there. You're dope. Thank you. Navjot, is that correct? I think you're dope. I want to feature natural medicine products on my Instagram. Any advice on how to approach companies to get their products to showcase it? So I think that the key would be like to approach influencers. So depending on who might be within your market, you know, in health and wellness, that maybe would be, you know, you feel their community would be aligned with your products. You can do a couple different things. You can make them an affiliate, a brand ambassador. You can give them a code to promote their product to their social media following, and then you can track their sales to your store. You could do a giveaway to their community, which again, I was kind of talking about. Maybe you partner with a yogi that's got 1 million followers and you say, look, I'm going to give a lifetime supply or a 1 month supply of my products to all of your followers. All they got to do is like and follow my page and sign up in my email to have a chance to win. So you can do things like that. And again, you'll hear me talking a lot about influencer marketing because time and time again, we've worked with brands in both product, B2C, B2B even. The one thing that continues to trump, it's the most affordable, it's the most effective, is influencer marketing if done right. How we doing on time? We got a few minutes left. What's next for you? How can we help in any way? Thanks, Ash. So really, I sold Spirit Hoods. We've launched The Disruptive. First and foremost, go to thedisruptive.com, join the mailing list, follow us on Instagram at thedisruptive.com. We are really starting to do some amazing, incredible new things. I know everybody says that, but we've really been taking our time to incubate. We've been working with a lot of different brands, a lot of different entrepreneurs, and we've really found our niche. And so right now, like I said, we are focusing on influencer and brand development. So we're working with brands, for the most part, who already have some traction and some revenue, who are really looking to use some of these kind of advanced influencer marketing, digital marketing tactics that we've come up with to scale their businesses quickly, or startups who are funded that are ready to invest in their marketing and really kind of jumpstart this. And then influencers who are looking to build their platform, who are looking to help monetize their community, but most importantly, who are looking to essentially equip their community for creating positive change in this world. And so, the big aha moment for me that made this shift is, well, I can spend my time working one-on-one with 100 different brands, but if I work with one individual that has a reach of a few million people, now all of a sudden I've compounded my my ability to influence positive change, and that's my personal purpose. So realizing that we actually really stand right now, because of the people we brought on, to reach millions and millions and millions of people with the new products and brands that we're rolling out, and that just really inspires me so much, and I'm just so grateful for it. So I mean, to support would be incredible. Just keep following, keep engaged. I'm here to help as well. You can email me at alexander@thedisruptive.com, and I would love to answer any questions or help you if I can. And just thank you so much for taking this time and sitting with me. Love you all. Peace. Go enjoy that new moon right now that's out. We are out of retrograde, and it's time to create the new us, baby. Ciao.